Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Mr. Ray Interviews. I hope you're having a great day. On today's episode, I have a very special guest, professional wrestler Jastin Taylor. How you doing today, sir?
I'm doing great. But how are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
Good deal.
I have a couple of questions for you, if you don't mind.
All right, do it.
Okay. How did you get your start in professional wrestling? Where were you trained, and who were you trained by?
Okay. Well, it's actually a question. I started wrestling in Gorilla promotion at the time. It was just, but right now it's called it used to NWA, Amber Wrestling, NWA, but that was where I got my start. And I heard this message show there in Amber. So after it was over, I was sick, so I was here for the skills and it's really loud. So me and my and the promoter came up to us and he said, "Hey, some of the guys have a really good work. We have thought about trying to play wrestling." And you know, at this now 27, 28, and I'm trying to like, man, I don't know, man. Maybe somebody pass me by or somebody who could do that. But he said, "Well, why don't you guys train and just try for a second? We'll have some guys come to the for things."
Mm-hmm.
So my friends and I was like, "All right, so let's when it came, hurt for the first time, yeah, some of the records came back, then some of the school, and they just had us do it basic things, over out of the ring and change the rules and stuff like that. And doing a lot of the exercises and routines that they were doing, I was doing them on the first trial. Like, it wasn't taking me long to really catch on to what was happening. And that's when the professor said, "You need to come back." And that pretty much is that's the history after that. Some friends of mine don't 4.5 hours to go up there and train. So I really didn't have one to train man bigger than this really have locker room that trained me, and I'm hesitant and I and do it for drives, man. Pounds and just to whatever different and trying to get into the better to learn and that's really how I adapt to the rest of the way. So that's for sure.
Okay, so when you had your first match, what was that experience like?
Well, the was my first match. I didn't even want to keep the range. And that's the ironic thing about it, because we were down there and I had only been training about a couple of months. When you think about it, we're training every day. So this was my Friday. I'm just out here with you guys. So you're talking 8 trainers. That's about just so to get for your audience. That's that hour long. It was just so not even really too much of training. And what happened was it was one of those situations that didn't go that night, and they needed somebody to replace it. And the only person that they felt could do it was me. And I just wasn't so confident in myself, man. At the time, I was adamant that I did not want to be in the ring. I was like, "Those guys, let somebody else do it. I'm not ready. I don't want to bring the wrestling business, things like that, man. I just would feel comfortable if somebody ever did. And it's still pretty much happened to possibly going out there. So, long story short, I went out there. I was back. And it was my greatest experience of my life. And I was actually proud and got a reaction. And the guy that I wrestled with, the guy who had been in that for a long time, so he was very nice man. Really good match. The crowd reacted and he was out for us that night. And when I got to that, everybody just applaud for me. They put my hand and said, "Good job, Jastin. You did great out there." And from that day forward, I realized this is where I belong. I belong in that room.
Okay, so yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, I went there. My first member.
Okay. Like my first experience of seeing you was on Monday Night Raw. How did that appearance come about? When did you get the call?
Well, I got the call at a month before they. And what happened was in advance because I'm a group database, and there's tons of records on here. But whenever they come, there was sometimes that it's about because you don't have to live like so it's easy to watch this week with some something that's hard. You don't ever know exactly what you're gonna do, but it's the opportunity of a lifetime to be back there, to interact with guys in the locker room, to be able to talk to people and people's brains and to see how the whole television process works. And I mean, it's such an eye-opening experience when you go back there, man. You learn so much, whether you're doing anything or not. Now, of course, I was fortunate enough, I got to interact a little bit with Braun Strowman last time I was there. And sometimes you don't get to do anything, but it's still so rewarding to be back there and just be a part of that crazy machine.
Right.
The WWE.
Have you heard anything from them since, or?
Not since I left that night. I got a good job, and you guys did the great work, and we'll definitely be in touch the next time they come through. And I believe that they'll be back in Texas around March, man. So you might want to stay tuned, man. You might wind up seeing me on there again. So you just never know with them. But no, and even though this may be the first time a lot of people have seen it because it was Monday Night Raw, I've actually, for the past 4 years that the WWE has come to Texas, I've gotten a call. I got to be a part of the security detail for Triple H whenever he was feuding with Seth Rollins, and Seth Rollins invaded NXT. I was part of the security detail for that.
Oh, wow.
So if you go to that NXT TakeOver San Antonio, I'll be on there. You'll be able to see me come out trying to apprehend Seth Rollins.
I'm going to have to rewatch that later.
Yeah. And like on SmackDown, I got to be Natalia security. It was at the time that she was feuding with Nikki Bella, and they were going into their match that same year. This was last year, 2017.
Right.
If you go to that SmackDown episode, you'll see me on there coming out with, and during the backstage segment with Natalia Neidhart, Daniel Bryan, and
Right.
Nikki Bella. So this isn't the first time I've gotten to do things with them, man. And the hope is that, you know, if they keep calling you like that multiple times, it says something about you. It says that you can be trusted. It says that they know that they can depend on you. And the hope is that this will lead to larger opportunities. Of course, the goal is to get that NXT tryout. The goal is to get in front of them and really show them what you can do in a wrestling ring. So I'll just continue to work towards that. But this is definitely a step in the right direction.
Okay, so who are some of your favorite people to wrestle?
Wow, well, it ranged from guys locally here in Texas all the way to superstars. Some of the, just to kind of give some names, some of the superstars that I've been in the ring with and been fortunate enough to wrestle against, I've wrestled Carlito. I've wrestled Shelton Benjamin, Charlie Haas, Matt Hardy. I've wrestled Hacksaw Jim Duggan, believe it or not.
Oh, wow.
And I've
That's
even
awesome.
wrestled the ECW legend himself, Raven, in a tag team match. So I think of all of those opponents, my favorite matches have to be with Matt Hardy and Charlie Haas because I learned so much from those experiences. And especially Matt Hardy, man, we wrestled a 50-minute time limit draw match. So we were out there for almost an hour.
Oh, wow.
Really, for a lot of indie shows, especially indie shows in Texas, that's unheard of. You know, you hardly ever see guys wrestling a full hour, you know, unless it's like a special occasion or it's on TV. So
Right.
the fact that he trusted me to do that, and the fact that we went out there, were able to perform that, and even after it was over, the crowd was chanting for 5 more minutes. So it wasn't like it was a boring match. The crowd was really into it, and that was one of the greatest learning experiences of my life. And so I can't thank him enough for giving me that experience.
Because over the last few days, I took some time to watch some of your matches on YouTube, and one of my favorite matches of you was the one from Ring of Honor, you versus Cheeseburger. That was one of my favorite matches to watch.
Oh man, well I appreciate you saying that, and yeah, I was just about to bring him up. That probably has to be one of my. If Matt Hardy is first, that might be a close second because that was just such a wonderful experience. It was in San Antonio, so it's a place I'm familiar with, a place that I wrestled before. And I don't know, man, I don't know what it is about San Antonio, but it's like when I go to San Antonio, man, good things happen. Like, San Antonio was where I first got to be on WWE TV in that segment with Seth Rollins, the NXT I was talking about. That happened in San Antonio. San Antonio was where I actually got to have my first Evolve tryout, which Evolve is one of the big promotions that's like a sister promotion to WWE. You know, they pull a lot of guys out of the Evolve wrestling to NXT, so I got to have my first experience with them over there. Got to meet Matt Riddle and train a little bit with Matt Riddle, so that was very cool. He's a big star on the indies. If you don't know who he is, look him up.
I've seen some of his work.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you know who Harry. Just who doesn't know who that is that likes wrestling. But you know, and so this match with Cheeseburger is just like another special thing that happened in San Antonio. And man, what a great match that was. When I got to the back, so many of the Ring of Honor guys were like, hey man, you know, that was the first time they saw me wrestle, so they were like, hey man, you're really good, man. That was such a well done match. And I mean, I think I watched a little bit of that match today, as a matter of fact, and every time I watch it, I just watch it with a smile on my face, man. I was so proud of that match, and Cheeseburger was such a good sport. He was so nice and welcoming and was a good competitor, and he definitely earned every ounce of respect I have. That man, truly, after seeing what he does in the locker room and how he helps with the ring crew and everything like that, he is probably the hardest working guy, or at least one of the hardest working guys in Ring of Honor. So it was an honor to get to lock up with him that night.
What are some of the things that you like to do before a match? Like, how do you prepare for a match?
Oh, awesome, man. Well, yeah, actually, it's funny because I do kind of have a ritual or a routine, man. Like, well, first I have to get a pump in. I have to work out. So that's one of the first things I try to do before a match is I try to train and I try to work out. And I kind of have this, I guess, superstition. Like, I don't really eat any, like, solid food or any solid meals before I wrestle. I don't like to eat before I go out there and wrestle. So I'll probably have something like a protein shake or something like that, something light that I can hold around because I always get goosebumps and I'm always kind of nervous just before I go out. So I guess I don't eat just to kind of not to add to that, I guess, nervous feeling I have. I do a ritual of stretches, and then the last thing I do is I watch videos, man. I watch videos of my favorite matches. Sometimes I'm reviewing my last match to see what could I take out, what did I do well, what did I not do so well, how can I try to improve, and that's what I do. I try to go into every match, especially if I'm coming back to a town I'm familiar with. I try to have a better experience than what I did last time. And those are pretty much the things that I do before I go out of that curtain.
What are some of your hobbies when not wrestling?
What are some of my, say that one more time, I'm sorry.
What are some of your hobbies when you aren't wrestling?
Oh, some of my habits when I'm not. Well, I have several, man. Well, first of all, I'm a big, I'm a huge nerd, man. So I play a lot of, video games, of course I play them. I'm into anime and stuff like that, so I watch a lot of the more popular animes, Attack on Titan and all that good stuff. I like comic books and stuff, and I also am part of a movie review site called Cinema Players. If you haven't added or liked Cinema Players, you need to go do it. It's a pretty awesome site, and we review movies that come out. So I'm a big movie buff fan. I've done some light acting on stage, and I've done a couple of short films, and I've been a part of major movie productions here locally in the Midland, Odessa area. So I'm really also versed on that side of the coin as well, man. So those are some of the things I love to do when I'm not wrestling.
Okay, sounds interesting. What are some of your favorite movies?
Well, man, talking subject matter. Well, for me, man, I'm so picky that I almost can't even. I almost have to put them in categories like favorite sports movie, favorite documentary, favorite. But just to give the idea of the audience, just some of my favorites. One of my favorite movies, and came out some years ago. It's older now, but it's called $1 Million Baby. It was about this female boxer, and Morgan Freeman was an actor in it. Clint Eastwood directed it, and I really love that movie. Just about the message about never giving up and fighting for your dreams, and how your dreams are worth everything. Which the whole Living Proof moniker and the whole Living Proof gimmick, if you want to call it that, is really about the same thing, man. Chasing your dreams and not giving up. So I'm a sucker for those types of movies, and $1 Million Baby is one of my favorite ones. I'm also a big Disney fan, man. So Lion King, Aladdin, Little Mermaid, you name it. I love all of those movies. So you might even catch me songs from them. I've got songs in my phone. Like I love to hear these. Um, some of my favorite I like some of the old school martial arts movies, man. Jackie Chan and of course Bruce Lee are some of my favorites. So
Uh
like
huh.
Super Cop, or Jackie or Bruce Lee's Into the Dragon are some of my favorite like action martial arts films.
Do you have any advice for young aspiring wrestlers?
Sure, man. If anybody is coming up or trying to get in the business, I mean, the first thing I would say is to give it a shot. You know, don't be too afraid to try it. Don't sell yourself short. And even if you find out that maybe the physicality and the bumping and doing the stuff in the ring is not for you, remember, wrestling is a show, and there may be another way that you can participate, whether it be a referee, whether it be a manager, whether it be a ring announcer, timekeeper. There's always a role to be filled when it comes to wrestling. So I encourage people to try it. I mean, and just to give it a shot. Find out where you are. And if it's not your cup of tea, hey, at least you tried. But do yourself a favor. Don't let all the time go by and regret not having tried. That's the biggest thing I can say to people is go out there and give it your best shot. Try to seek to do right by it. Try to find a legit training school. Try to get the most legitimate training you can, and try to get critiques from people who are going to be honest with you, who are better than you, and who are going to be able to tell you how you can improve. And more importantly than all of that, never, ever, ever, ever give up on your dream. You're going to have some tough nights. There's going to be times where your patience is going to be tried. You're going to feel like you're doing all the right things and no opportunities are going to come. But it's okay. Keep going. If you keep going, if you
Uh
keep
huh.
striving, I'm living proof that you will get your opportunity.
That's some very good advice, and hopefully the people listening take that advice and use it to their advantage.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah. It's and that really goes for anybody out there. Even if you're listening to this and you're not trying to do wrestling, but you've got a dream. You're trying to do something. I don't know what it is, or maybe you got a family and you're just simply trying to provide for them, man. And maybe you wish you were at a better job, or you wish you could get that raise. This, all of those people. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on yourself. Keep giving the best effort you can, and your patience is going to be tried, but hang in there, and you will get what's coming to you if you put the work in.
You're exactly right. Set a goal, work hard, and things will happen the way you want it. Just
Yes,
don't give
sir.
up. That's the best advice I've heard anyone can give.
Yes, it's true. It's true. And it's one of those things that's easier to say and it's harder to do. And I know that for a fact, but that's what the living proof is all about, man. It's about, I don't just call myself that because that's who I am. I call myself that because it's a reminder of what I'm trying to be. I'm trying to be a living example that if you follow your dreams and you work hard and you really persevere, your struggle is worth it. And I know that everybody out there is trying to be living proof in their own life too. So this is not just a message for me or a moniker for me. It's a moniker for everyone. Seek to be a living example in your life because we got kids looking at us, little brothers, little sisters, family members. Somebody out there is watching you, and they're basing what happens to them, what happens to them. A lot of them are defining their life based on what happens to you. So we gotta show them, man. We gotta stand up and we gotta be that example to those people behind us, man. Let them know that we're all living proof that it's possible to make it.
Well, I've taken up enough of your time. I want to thank you again for being on my show. I look forward to speaking with you more.
Oh, of course. Yeah, Mr. Ray, we'll have to do this another time, and I wouldn't mind coming on again and again, man. I thank you for the opportunity, man. It's not every day that I get to do something like this, so, and I've done a couple of interviews now, and even got to do a news article not too long ago, so this is really neat for me. These are things that I love to do, and it's nice to sit down and talk to someone so that they can see the other side of the wrestler. So I really appreciate guys like you doing this for us. Thank you.
Well, I appreciate you and wrestlers like you who give people like me that opportunity. I appreciate that.
Oh, no problem, brother.
So, just good luck on everything that you're doing. You're doing great. Keep up the great work.
Well, thank you, Ray. You too, brother. It's good stuff, man. So keep it up, man. I look forward to hearing some more interviews for other guys out there trying to be living proof. So thanks again, sir. You have a great one.
You have a great day too.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, everyone. That was the living proof, Mr. Jastin Taylor. I hope y'all really take his advice. You know, if you have a goal, work for it. Work hard. And if you do that, you will achieve that goal. Just don't give up. You know, I know y'all have heard me say that a numerous amount of times. Don't give up on yourself. You know, take chances. Just be good people. You know, you don't have to step on people's toes to achieve a goal, but don't let anyone stop you from trying to achieve that goal at the same time. And you know, just I couldn't have said it any better myself. So thank you. I hope y'all have a great day, man. Hope y'all enjoy this video. Like, share, and subscribe. And always remember to live, laugh, learn. Stay positive. Y'all have a great day. I'll see y'all real soon.